Hello everyone, JH Medium here, and today we are in Bangkok, Thailand. Rika and I have already been to Thailand 3 times, but surprisingly, despite visiting Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai and Phuket, we've never been to the country's capital, Bangkok. In this video, join us as we feast through this hectic yet stunning city. We'll explore 3 of the places I've been most excited to visit: Chatuchak Market, Talat Noi, and Yaowarat, Bangkok's Chinatown. Beautiful day here in Bangkok, Thailand, and this weekend we're at the Chatuchak Weekend Market. We just got in the entrance, it's already super packed. This is one of the biggest markets in Thailand. I think there's so much to explore. But first we gotta go get something to eat. It is just way too hot today, so for the first thing we're gonna eat is definitely a coconut ice cream. You can choose 2 different toppings. I got the pandan sticky rice and some coconut jelly. Honestly, I love everything that is coconut. Let's have a bite. Gotta get a spoonful with some coconut jelly, the pandan sticky rice, and of course the ice cream. I just love the different textures. You get the softness of the sticky rice and the ice cream, the QQ of the coconut jelly, but my favorite part is definitely the coconut shavings.
回到东南亚感觉真好。
A lot of this ice cream has melted already, but in the end you can finish it off like a coconut milkshake, like a juice. Even though the heat is killing me, I think with all this good food, being in the heat is worth it. For our next snack here in Chatuchak, we got some honey roasted pork. This one is in a sandwich. It kind of reminds me of a gua bao from Taiwan. Let's try it. The bun itself is a bit dry, but the meat is super tender. Good that we also ordered the honey roasted pork without the bun, so maybe that will taste better. Now I'm going to try a piece that's not in the burger. Originally I thought there were 2 different types of meat, but I think it's actually the same meat. This one is sitting inside this delicious sauce, so hopefully it'll be much juicier. Yeah, that is much better. You can definitely taste that charcoal grilled flavor and the honey sweetness. Really nice.
相机在过热，手机在过热，人也在过热，所以来一杯西瓜汁。东南亚最好一点就是满街都是这种便宜又好喝的果汁，爽。
Watermelon juice in the summer, it's the best. After eating some snacks, we're finally at a sit-down place. This place is most famous for their tom yum soup with shrimp. We also got it with the vermicelli noodles inside. And we got 2 other dishes as well, the papaya salad and some fried morning glory. This restaurant is actually on the outskirts of Chatuchak Market. It's not inside the market. It's right next to the subway station, so it's actually quite easy to find if you know what you're looking for. It's lunchtime right now. This restaurant is really small, but it's all completely packed already. Okay, let's try the tom yum soup. It looks a lot creamier than regular tom yum soup. Yeah, that is really good. It's a little bit spicier than I would have expected. I'm gonna try some of the vermicelli noodles as well. It has been sitting inside this tom yum soup, so it must soak in all that flavor. So delicious. Spicy, sour, creamy. Honestly, this is a very messy bowl of soup, but in the best possible way because there's so many ingredients inside. Bamboo shoots, some mushrooms, and of course many pieces of this shrimp. So all the head butter is inside that soup. This piece of shrimp will not be good for my allergies, but come on, we're in Thailand eating tom yum soup. I have to make an exception, right? We probably should have had the vermicelli noodles on the side because I think the vermicelli noodles may have soaked up too much of the soup. I mean, the flavor is delicious, but I'd prefer to have more of the soup to drink.
他们家的辣度比我们普通吃的餐厅稍微更辣一点，但是可能就是泰国平均水平的辣吧，所以还是很适合点一杯洛神花茶就可以解解辣。
I think after being in Europe for a while, my spiciness tolerance has decreased a bit. So this is really burning my mouth, but it's still delicious. To be honest, I think the papaya salad and the morning glory, they're okay, but nothing too special. The tom yum soup though is exceptional. Highly recommend coming to this small little restaurant outside of Chatuchak Market. A meal like this, it's painful to your mouth, but it's also addictive. You just cannot stop eating. I feel like if you pause for a second, it gets even more spicy. So just keep on digging in. You probably need another drink after this.
这家店还蛮可爱的，它都是这种小碎花，有很多发绳、发带和裤子。
Time for another snack. We got some pork meatballs. There are two different sauces to choose from, a spicy sauce and a tamron sauce. We got the two sauces mixed together, so it should be sweet and spicy. One bite, one ball.
这个猪耳不错，而且这个酱是它的灵魂。
Soft, bouncy texture. It's just a little bit sweet from that tamron sauce, but it's mainly that spicy kick. Really delicious. And now our third drink here at Chatuchak Market, we got a mango smoothie. Since the weather is so hot outside, it just seems like I'm craving drinks all the time. I feel like all of these drinks here are so good. Even though they look pretty average, they're just fruit shakes, fruit smoothies. But it makes me so happy in this hot weather. And that is it for our afternoon here in Chatuchak Market. I feel like we only saw like half of this market. There's still quite a lot to see, but we are really tired from the heat and quite full from all the food already. So on to our next destination. After a short rest in the afternoon, it's time to head out again to arguably the most iconic spot in Bangkok, Yaowarat, Chinatown. Before exploring the vibrant Yaowarat Road at night, we're here inside a small alleyway to have their famous curry. We chose one that's not spicy since I feel like we've been eating way too much spicy food. So let's try this. The spiciness of the curry is pretty mild, but it's still so fragrant. And you can clearly taste that coconut milk.
就更像酱，而不是平时见到那种很稀的咖喱。所以还蛮下饭的。
I think somehow this curry reminds me of like a Cantonese Hong Kong style curry. So it only has like that curry sauce and the beef inside. Rather than most Thai curries, there are so many other ingredients packed inside. Super delicious. And the best part is that each plate is only 45 baht. Today we ordered a red curry with beef, but there's so many more options to try as well. Now it's time to go explore more of Chinatown. It is so crazy here. I've never seen like a market street this crazy before. The road is literally right here. And then they fenced this section off to make sort of a walking street. But yeah, there's so many people here. It's so crowded, it's so filled with energy. And along these two sides of the road, of course, there is a lot of great street food. Let's see what we can find tonight. For our next meal here in Chinatown, we got some kueh chop and crispy pork rice.
在这里点菜的人好像一般都是一个汤一个饭。
Let's try the kueh chop first.
这个汤的胡椒味蛮重的，里面的料还蛮多的，当然都是猪的各个部位啦，炸猪肉、排骨、猪肉丸、猪肝。
The pork toppings are great, but the best part of this dish is still the noodle rolls. Since they're shaped like rolls, they sometimes capture some soup like a straw when you take a bite. Now let's try the second dish, crispy pork rice. Look at this crispy pork. It looks super fat, but also it looks super delicious. So crunchy, so crispy, the fat melts in your mouth. I think this might be one of the crispiest porks I've ever had.
在这里吃饭呢，好处就是泰国这些 street food 它的价格都不是很贵，然后分量都小小的，所以你可以连续的去吃好几家。
At 6 p.m. when the sky was still bright, this just seemed like a normal road. Now it's around 7 p.m. and everything is so lively. People everywhere, tuk-tuks everywhere, loud music playing everywhere. But most importantly, there's just food everywhere. This place is so amazing. Okay, it's time for some desserts. We're at this dessert shop called Ba Hao Tian Mi. From the outside, it looks sort of just like a typical Cantonese dessert shop I'm used to having in Hong Kong. So I'm excited to see what sort of Southeast Asianness they might add to it. For our first dessert today, we got a pandan kaya pudding. It's slightly more on the expensive side since I guess it's not a street food stall. It actually has a storefront. Let's try it. It's just like one of my favorite desserts, pandan custard toast put into a pudding form. They have these small little pieces of toast on top. I love it so much.
好浓好浓的潘蛋味，我爱潘蛋，希望去哪里都可以吃到潘蛋。
Delicious Cantonese dessert with a Southeast Asian twist to it. So good. Highly recommend it when you're here at Bangkok Chinatown. For our next dessert, some custard buns.
Thai tea milk 还有吗？
Maybe we should get the sugar butter. If it's the first one on the list, it should be the most classic one. There's so many people lining up for this bun. It was really hard to even get an order in. The Thai tea flavor one is so orange. Anyways, let's see if it tastes good or not. Look at that. I feel like I'm gonna make such a big mess eating it, but here goes.
真的是很泰奶的味道，我感觉我现在吃了一个没有加冰的泰奶，甜度拉满了。它的面包其实烤的还蛮不错的，上面是烤的比较脆的，已经看到它有一些焦焦的外皮，那下面呢就是面包的松软。
These desserts really is sweetness overdose. This one with the sugar and butter, I mean that already sounds like too much sweetness for me in one day. I probably need something bitter to balance all this out. Bangkok Chinatown is a must-visit destination at night, but I still feel like this atmosphere is a bit too overwhelming sometimes. And actually, there's a lot of stores I want to eat that are only open during the daytime in the morning. So we have to come back here again in the morning and see what else we can find. Good morning from Bangkok. Before heading back to Yaowarat for lunch later, we're first going for a city walk in a nearby neighborhood, Talat Noi. Tucked in the small alleyways of Talat Noi is this toast stand. You can see it right behind me. They sell all types of toast for 10 baht, but we ordered the Chinese sausage toast. As we walked down this alleyway, it smelled so good. So I'm really excited to try it. Okay, we're gonna try this Chinese sausage toast. You can see a little bit of char on it.
很神奇的吃法，这个烤面包上面铺的是辣椒酱和中国的腊肠。
It's salty, crispy, and spicy, but just a little bit of sweetness from that sauce actually. Really interesting combination of flavors.
神奇的组合，但是意外的很好吃。
We're in the very artsy neighborhood of Talat Noi. Here is the famous art street. There are beautiful wall paintings on this side of the street, and I think a photography exhibition on the other side. Everything here is really beautiful and well done. This little neighborhood is just south of Yaowarat, but it is also home to many ethnic Chinese communities. As you can see on these wall paintings, there's a lot of Chinese cultural elements on them. We made our way to a tiny little alleyway. It looks really old, but somehow still super aesthetic. Oh look, there's a little cat. Besides the wall paintings giving the streets vibrant colors, Talat Noi also feels like an artist's scrapyard. Things that would normally be discarded as junk are stacked together to form all kinds of art pieces throughout the neighborhood. Look at all this junk piled together to form a hallway. It looks super messy, but at the same time super artistic for some reason. This street right here looks like a car repair street. On both sides you can see loose car parts and car workshops. There are many places in Bangkok that are rustic and old. I don't think the purpose was to make it look aesthetic. If you look at an old street like this, there are cables everywhere, but somehow you can still find beauty in it.
Bye. 开始我们的白天唐人街觅食之旅。
For this meal, we're just outside of Chinatown to have some deep fried noodles with chicken. It's called Gui Teo Kwa Gai. There's also a runny egg inside. We got one topped with bacon and another one with chicken. They use these very wide and flat noodles similar to pad see ew. When they serve it to you, the noodles are clumped together, sort of like the shape of a pancake, and then you have to separate it yourself to eat. You can still pick it up like I'm eating noodles. That is super interesting. You can taste the soft Gui Teo noodles, but at the same time, you can also taste other pieces that clearly have been fried. See on this side, you have fried crispy noodles, But on the other side, it's soft kway teow noodles. So it's like a crunchy and soft texture mixed together. This is the first time I ate kway teow like this. Usually you just eat kway teow as soft noodles, but I actually like this way that they deep fried it.
这家店看起来就是一个普通的街边小店，但是在门口上已经有连续6年的米其林推荐了。
Chinatown in the daytime is definitely still really busy, but I wouldn't say it's chaotic like it is at nighttime. And it looks like the night market is not being set up yet. No matter day or night, Bangkok's Chinatown is one of the best places in the city for food. You can come here multiple times and never run out of new things to eat. But while food is a big part of exploring Bangkok, there's still so much more to see and do. Next up, it's time to go visit some must-see attractions in the city. So be sure to subscribe to JH Medium for more Bangkok travel videos coming soon. Thanks for watching and see you next time.